Louise, hi from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. How is everyone? I'm not so good. I'm much better than I was though. Wow, what a week it's been for me. It's been a week since I've been on here, and I wish I could say it feels like I've had a week off, but no, it has been quite something this last week. Starting off with the dentist, which went well, even though there was warnings about travel on that day in the energy update. It all went smoothly. I had 2 fillings because the new teeth that they put in, the whatever you call them, the implants, they're stronger than real teeth, and so they have to watch the teeth on the other side, the real teeth on the opposite side of them, because they take a lot of pressure. And one of them had been chipped. He showed me. He was like, "You've chipped this tooth since you were last here." It's like, wow, I didn't even know. He said, because this new teeth, it's really strong too, harder than the rest. So it had those fillings. He had to use a lot of anesthetic, and it didn't even wear off by the evening. And I had to eat with the half my mouth anesthetized, which was weird. My body doesn't like clearing out anesthetic at the best of times. Anyway, I come home and I started to feel a bit off, and then came down with that. I don't know what it was. Cold. Hey Maria. Aching jaw, headache, sore throat. Just the first day was a sore throat, and you can hear them all nasally and congested and stuff, runny nose, and I've just been in bed for the last few days. Yesterday I got up and it's like, yeah, I can feel like tomorrow I'm going to be able to do something. I spent most of the day in bed yesterday, but... And then Chicken Cat died as well, which is really sad. So it's been a bit of a week for me. How about you? So mini reads, somebody booked in a couple of days ago, a few days ago. And it is Amanda. Hello, Amanda. Thank you for booking in. Amanda asks, is there a man in my love life? Is there a man in your love life? I guess you're asking, is there one coming? Let's see. So if you want a mini read, you can book in for one. Of course, I've popped the link in the live chat there. Oh, there it is. And let's see. Yes, well that's good. Oh no, it's so sad. Oh, she was terrible though on Sunday. When I went out to see her, because she was hanging by the pool, just in a very small area. Honestly, she was so thin. She looked like she'd already died. You know, have you ever found like a dead rabbit or something in a field? I have. where it's just skin and bones. Where they start kind of decomposing, and you can just see the skin is over the bone. She was like that, and she just didn't have the energy to do anything. To even look was hard for her, to even lift her head up. So sad. I don't know how she managed to hang on so long. Like, she really stayed alive till the end. Amanda, let's get some more information about this love life of yours. Oh, I really miss her. Amanda's love life. Okay. You've got freedom, love and joy and clear within. So you've got a bit of clearing to do, a little healing, a little letting go of the stuff that went before, so that you can feel free again. So I don't know what previous relationship you've been through, but I'm guessing that you're not feeling all of these 3 things within yourself at the moment. This freedom, love and joy. Yeah, joy, it isn't there right now, but freedom especially. When we feel locked in, like there's nothing else we can do, whether it's a pattern, but this could be like feeling like you need to take care of people, you got to be there for people, and it's draining to you. That's not the feeling of freedom. And It's interesting, isn't it? Because we feel we want to give love, right? We do. This isn't about your love life. This is about, Amanda, about other people in your life too. A feeling that you can be there for them. You know, when people need you, you can be there for them, which isn't a bad thing. But I'm feeling like you've got a lot of needy energy around you, and perhaps really, really needy energy. It's good to be around people that are kind of at a level, same level as us, right? And then, like, we all have our ups and downs, right? And then when the people around us, same level as us, have their downs, we're there for them, right? And pick them back up, and that's good. But what I've got with you is, like, you want to be there for these people that are down here. They're constantly down. You're always there for them. There's never a reciprocation thing, and they never back up. You're always just like, it's just a drain. It's a drain on you. And you need to know that the people that are down there are the ones that are to help them out. You're here to help these people out at your level. So, you'll feel a feeling of freedom once you learn boundaries with these very draining people. And to learn boundaries, before you can even get there, Amanda, you need to realize that it's not your job to pick everyone up. It's not. Hey, Diane. Anything else? So what this is saying is, yes, you've got someone coming in your love life, but right now you're more likely to pick up somebody or attract somebody or choose somebody who is down there, and they're not your people, and so it's easier first to clear up in the rest of your life, the friendships, all of those people that are down there that you feel is your duty to. It's probably a familial thing, this, something that you did in your family, and you've just got used to that pattern, and you think it's your role, but it's not your role, you see, it's not. So once you clear that up, then you'll start picking better for your love life, someone that's at your level. Forgive yourself. What didn't you do for someone? It feels like family. Feels like you felt like you didn't do enough. You didn't rescue someone, perhaps. You need to forgive yourself for that. It wasn't your role. You couldn't have done it. It was really up to them. Oh, pretty heavy start, Amanda, but you've got this. Keep on healing yourself and work on that and give yourself permission. So there you go, Amanda. You got love coming in, but inner work to do first. Which isn't that always the way, hey? So Diane, yeah, if you want one of those one question readings, or anyone else, book one now. I'm going to see how much work I can get through today. I want to do a pick a card read, because it's been a week. But I don't think I'll do any dailies while I'm all like this. Let's get some cards out. For the collective, for people that want to get into healthy relationships, let's see what the guides want to say. I bought some nice, I think they're nice, linen. Is it linen? Doesn't sound right. These shirts, I got 3. I got this pink stripy one, I got a blue stripy one, and I got a pink one. And while I was away, my usual shop, they didn't have anything for me this time. I was quite disappointed. I usually buy an outfit there every single time, but they've got like wintry stuff in now. I don't know why, because we don't need wintry stuff here. Like seriously, they've got like coats and stuff. It's like, oh, what? Like, that is not an item of clothing that we need. Here. Like, you know, we need to have some shops just in case you're going overseas where it's going to be cold, right? But to have like all like autumnal, fall, winter clothes in the shop here now, it's like inappropriate for the conditions. What have we got here? We've got the 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords is about deception. Can often be about self-deception when we're telling ourselves stories that aren't true. Whether those are stories about ourselves. Sometimes we think there's something wrong with us when there's not. That can be a story that's not true. Constantly looking for there's something that's wrong with us, that's stopping us from getting what we want, when it's not even true. The devil, fears. Reasoning. Sometimes instead of facing up to our fears and just go, I'm scared, and just letting that be it, we have reasoning instead, which is a lie. We reason. Instead of just admitting our fears, we'll make up a reason for something. So we don't want to admit to our fears, so we're telling ourselves a story. I hope this is resonating with somebody. It's not with me so far, but they're telling me what to say, so here we go. But then again, do we know that we're doing this? Do we? We've got temperance. Temperance can be about persistence. It's about being calm, measured, present, patience. The messages coming through and being at peace with that. Okay, so little by little, our path is unfolding in front of us. We're getting messages, guidance coming through, which can make us feel impatient. I mean, the messages that we get can make us feel impatient, right? We know that, right? We get all of these, like in the dailies, it's all about new love and stuff. It's like, yeah, right, universe. There's a lot of stuff in the daily energies in the last few days, and I was just in bed. It's kind of weird listening to it and putting the social media posts out. It's like, well, none of this is happening for me. It's just pretty much isolated completely. Nothing happening. So we can get a little unpeaceful, anxious about guidance that comes through. Okay. So when we do that, when we're feeling anxious about it, antsy about it, guidance comes through, we don't really believe it. We're just like, yeah, but it's not happening. When we get that energy, that shows we're not in alignment with it. That's not to say your reaction is making you out of alignment. That's to say your reaction is a natural reaction of someone who is out of alignment with the stuff that's coming through, which is why we need temperance. Alone for 9 years, Diane. It's a long time. Well, hopefully all of these teachings in this Psychic Cafe help you out with all of that. Oh, kind of just exhausted talking. Getting up and putting my makeup on. Doing my hair. Tiring. Especially after 4 hours sleep, but couldn't sleep any more than 4 hours last night because I slept 10 hours the night before and I've been in bed all day for days. Anyway. So we're lying to ourselves, telling ourselves stories, but it's to reason instead of acknowledging our fears. We can just say, I'm afraid. Perhaps this story is saying something like, so let's take perhaps Diane's perspective. If we put ourselves in Diane's shoes, this might not be right, Diane, but I'm putting myself in your shoes. Been alone for 9 years. I'm scared. I'm scared that I'm not going to meet anybody. I'm scared that it's been too long. I've been out of the game too long. Now, 7 of Swords is like, those reasons that I gave, they're the lies. So the reasoning that we give behind it, instead of just going, I'm scared. And letting that be it. We give a reasoning behind it. Well, because I've been working on myself, because I've found out self-love, because I have been out of the game too long, whatever it is, those are the reasons that we've got behind the fears, instead of just like, I'm scared. What do we need when we're scared? We need ourselves to be there for us. Just to be present with ourselves through it. Yes, it sucks. feeling scared, feeling fearful is hard. We've got to love ourselves through that, right? So it's getting the spiritual guidance, feeling unpeaceful about that, and we've got to temper ourselves instead, be there for ourselves instead. Queen of Pentacles. Find that stability. Emotional stability. I mean, we need to be emotionally stable, don't we? Before we find a relationship. And I'm not saying like, you're not perfect, so don't go out looking for a relationship when you're not emotionally stable. I'm just saying like, we know looking back in the past when we've been emotionally unstable. And we've decided it'd be a good idea to get a relationship at that point, and it is never a good idea because we try and fill that hole, don't we? We seek someone that can try and fill that hole, and that doesn't work. We end up not getting what we want. We end up getting a lesson. So we've got to find that stability. What next? The world, and then end a chapter. It's got something to do with self-love. So instead of reasoning and telling ourselves stories, we just need to own up to our fears and be there for ourselves. I'm scared. Okay. You know, just being present with ourselves when we're scared like that, soothing ourselves. So, the healing process. We uncover something, a pattern or whatever, and we get conscious to it. Or a feeling like I'm scared. We look into it, don't we? We look for the reasons. We do that reasoning, we get guidance about it, and we figure it out. And we get too much in our head about it. No, it's a good process. We need to go through that process, right? It ends with empowering ourselves and all of that. But if we stay in that reasoning, we never complete the process. If we stay in the reasoning, we don't complete the process. We've got to go back to our emotional selves and deal with our emotional selves that's still scared. So even though we've done all the processing and everything, it's like a scared kid and you tell them, there aren't any monsters, there's no need to be scared, there aren't any monsters. Does that really help the kid? Well, they've got a bit of reasoning there, but they still feel scared. The reasoning isn't enough for the healing. We've got to go back to our emotional selves and find that stability. So it's back around to our emotional selves. And what? The Emperor, Divine Masculine, Nine of Swords, Anxiety. Okay. So what is this? What this is saying is, we're like too anxious. Too anxious. Not for the Emperor to come in. The Emperor comes in and we've got too much anxiety to allow them in at the moment. So that our emotional state is not conducive to letting the Emperor in, the Divine Masculine in. Which is why this process. So tending to our emotional selves, our fearful selves, instead of trying to reason it all out. There is a time and a place for the reasoning stuff, and we've done that. That's the stuff that leads to realizing, things like realizing what red flags we didn't notice, or we noticed but we didn't make definitive decisions based on it. Just stuff like that. The stuff that we reason through, or it could be about ourselves. It could be, I'm trying to get my dad to love me. It's just I keep on choosing someone that's got that same pattern that my dad did, trying to get them to love me. We go through those processes, and then we come about new behaviors, but it's a logical process that we go through. And so whether it's empowering ourselves to make new decisions and new patterns, or whether it's like, drawing up boundaries and learning how to speak up for ourselves, again, that's empowerment still. That's good. That means like I'm protecting myself so I won't be re-injured. then we're back to our emotional selves. So the inner child who's still scared, who's still got these fears, that's when we've got to go through that soothing first. So some people get stuck in soothing, like they realize that they're wounded, they soothe themselves, and that is a comfortable place around people that are helping them soothe and all of that kind of thing, and never moving beyond that to empowerment. We see a lot of that, you know. We see a lot of that online when it's like the victim games. Like, who could be more of a victim? Who's more triggered? There's a lot of that going around, right? They're never moving on to that empowerment stage of taking responsibility for their part in it and figuring out what they can do different. But this is saying that there's another soothing stage after the empowerment. Apparently that's where we're at right now. Let's get more cards out then. Of what? These ones. Does anyone want a one question reading? There's a link in the live chat there. So book in for one. Just about got the energy to do them today. I've been doing a lot of private readings while I was sick, which was nice. I did them just little by little, sometimes half a reading, and then I go back to bed for a while, and, you know. Demystifying the darkness. My shadow shows me where my love needs to be sent. My shadow shows me where my love needs to be sent. Shadow work. Yeah, that was in the energy update today. Okay, so shadow work. It's our fears. It's the judgments that we have about ourselves. It's all the yuck energy that we feel. Anything less than love, joy, any negative feelings that we feel, that's the darkness. That's our shadow, especially self-judgments. My shadow shows me where my love needs to be sent. And that's what we're talking about, is that self-love, that emotional self. Instead of judging ourselves or making excuses, it's like, because I'm this or that, I do that or whatever. Those excuses are not helpful. We've got to be loving ourselves there instead, which means soothing ourselves. So just imagine what you'd do with a scared child. You'd give them a hug. You tend to their nervous system first. That's what this is about. Nine of Swords is about the nervous system. It's like, nervous system will not welcome the Emperor right now. Nervous system will be triggered by the Emperor, perhaps. So we've got some self-loving to do with the soothing variety. And healing heartbreak must be part of that. Healing heartbreak, my heart will love again. We will. Emotional stuff. Too many. Did anyone watch any of the interviews with Jada? I saw them all like pop up because she's written a book, right? So she's doing the rounds of interviews. So I saw them all pop up on YouTube. And I thought, well, who do I want to listen to interviewing her? And I chose, and I didn't want to invest too much energy in. I wanted to watch one of them. And I chose that guy's name, I can never remember. And then it comes to me a minute later. Lewis Howes. And watching her, I can see that she's started a healing process. I can see that she's in therapy because she can say the right things. She's got the vocabulary. I can see that she's done some of the work. I can see that she's a very angry woman. And she can barely hide it. Just every now and then it would come out. I got to the point where I could, in the interview, where I could predict her answers. She's still got a lot of work to do, but good on her. Good on her for that, for, you know, the healing journey, especially being outspoken about it. Ooh. I mean, that's what I did. Went through my healing journey being outspoken about it. I didn't have that many eyes on me though, hey? A very vulnerable place to be in, especially early days in your healing journey, but that's when you think you know it all and you've done it and you haven't. You've only just, you know, touched the surface of it. Anchoring the light. Anchoring the light. What does this say? The light is always within me. Oh, is it? Yeah, I guess. Sometimes we can't feel it. We're not talking about being the light for others either. We're talking about being the light for ourselves and being light within ourselves. Anchoring the light. Anchoring, what does it mean? It means really locking it in. It means integrating it, like, you know? Like, it's ours now. Fully, it's in me. I am that. We go through these processes of trying to become a certain energy, letting go of other energies, whatever aspect it is, so maybe confidence, you know? And there comes a point where we're just like, yeah, I'm confident now, confident in myself. It's very much about how we feel about ourselves when we anchor it. And so, you know, demystifying the darkness is what it's all about. Shadow work. Do we feel like we're light when we've got the shadow work stuff going on? No, we don't. No, we don't, and that's all right. And it's okay to have fears. More cards. But which ones? That's the question. The hot ones, the hot ones. Coffee first. I've been watching a load of makeup tutorial things as well. When I was sick, I watched a lot of stuff. And then I started playing games on my phone. Wow, those games where there's like different aspects about it. You know, just the very repetitive parts of it, but the repetitive part of it, you have to do that for ages, but then you get to another part of the game and it adds up there. It's so addicting. I wasted so much time playing those games. A little bit ashamed. I should have read books instead, but my head wasn't really there. Yeah, those games. Elevation. You're making the conscious decision to raise your vibration of love. Well, that is true, right? Because if we want a better kind of a relationship, and we want to be better ourselves in relationship as well, because no more of the stories saying that we were great in relationship before. I think we can all honestly look back and go, actually, I wasn't that great in relationship before. I can see that I would have been too much, too needy. I thought I was like loving and giving, but there was a bit of passive aggressive in there and a bit of stabby in the back kind of thing. You know, I think if we're honest, we can all look back and go, it wasn't so much just the other person, it was me too. And so if we want to be great, hey Lizzie, if we want to be great in relationships, elevation, making the conscious decision to raise your vibration of love. It's like being cleaner in relationships, and that's in all kinds of relationships, you know. Cleanly giving instead of giving and then resentment, over-giving and then resentment, you know, just all those patterns. We can do it in every kind of relationship, and generally we are, you know. Generally, we're doing it in our work, we're doing it with friends, whatever our patterns are, and we're doing it in romantic relationships. Are you leaving? There's a group of Australian tourists here yesterday, day before. Oh, they were having fun in the pool. I've never heard people having that much fun in the pool. Like throwing each other around, dunking each other in. Like they were really having a lot of fun. Squealing, laughing. It's all a little bit much while I was sick in bed. A little bit much. Can't handle it. I was thinking like it's a good job Chicken Cat wasn't there by the pool. She would have been freaking out with all of that commotion. Action. You have the courage to express the unique, loving colours of your soul. Being courageous to love and take action. Hey, Lizzie. You've been added to what? Action. So having the courage to express the unique, loving colours of your soul. Being ourselves, expressing that. Taking action on it. I mean, this right now is saying like our nervous system is kind of would be pushing the divine masculine away at the moment. We've got some more soothing to do. But there will come a point where we will have courage to express who we are. Can you just give me one card, please? Just one. Just one more. There we go. Release. Yeah. Release. You have the ability to give over unwanted energy to the loving forces of the universe. To just let it go, to hand it over. It's not just let it go, like stop feeling something. That's mean, right? That's like saying to the scared kid, there are no monsters, just stop feeling it. But I can't stop feeling it, it's what I'm feeling. Don't negate my experience. But what we can do is hand it over, which is the same as this. It's like acknowledging how we're feeling, being there for ourselves. I'm scared. I'm sick, but I'm getting better. To the loving forces of the universe, but it's also, you have the ability to give over unwanted energies to the loving forces of the universe, but it's also, you have the ability to give over unwanted energies to the loving forces of ourselves too. To appeal to that good parent inside of ourselves, not the mean parent inside of ourselves. Giving ourselves that love that we know we deserve. Okay, so I want to get some cards out. More cards. Lenormand. I want to get some Lenormand cards out and get a little bit more practical right now. Because we want to say, yeah, that's the internal work, and I know it's all very important, and that's what we do here and Be Healing. We know, but what's going on? That's what we want to know, what's going on right now. What's going on? Yeah, I made the mistake when I got back from the other island as well of like rushing back here and then rushing out to training, Muay Thai training straight away when I should have took it easy, and I was already feeling like something wasn't quite right within me, and of course the next day I was just like, bah, shouldn't have done that. And there was a big party I was supposed to go to, and I knew I couldn't go, and I was so disappointed because I really wanted to go. We got the dog out first. Right, the dog is about unconditional love, loyalty. What a sweet picture. Unconditional love, loyalty. We have to find these things within ourselves first, right? So if we want to attract a loyal kind of person, someone's going to be loyal to our heart and our relationship needs and all of that kind of thing, loyal to us, we've got to be loyal to our feelings first. Yeah, we've got to be doing that first. And then we attract someone in that's, you know, wants to be that same energy for us, wants to add to that. I want to read it out. We know exactly what it is, this dog energy, but let's read it out to really get into it. And as I'm reading it, think about how you're doing this for yourself. The only way to have a friend is to be one to yourself. This joyful card shows the bond of unconditional love between a dog and its person. The dog signifies true loyalty and faithful friendship. The card may represent a friend, companion, lover, partner, soulmate, or family member who has proven their devotion to you. This person is someone you rely on for support. Though in the canine world, each creature has its place in the hierarchy. From this card, it's clear that both the boy and the dog derive mutual benefit from their special bond. They trust each other and rely on one another through good times and bad. This card may also refer to positive working relationships. When this card is near, consider not only what, I don't know. Consider not only what you'll get from a personal situation, but what you'll give. What have you been giving to yourself lately? I got a bit dizzy. Whew. What else? So we're finding that internal loyalty to ourselves, friendship to ourselves, bouquet. Bouquet is an offer. It's a beautiful offer as well. Oh, I haven't left the house to have any offers or be bumping into anybody since Friday. Yeah, wow, since I came back. Man. Hello, Yvette. The man's looking away at the moment from that offer. Interesting. Hello, Taurus gang. How much is it? If you want one of those one question readings, it's 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars. Don't know where you are at the moment. There's the link to it if you want to book one of those. You can do that. I'm just getting cards out for the collective at the moment. I'm not doing sign by sign, Taurus. I'm a Taurus, sun sign, so you're very welcome here. I've got a Virgo reading to put out. I noticed that yesterday. Sat here on my desktop, I should be putting it out. We've got the moon. What's the moon in Lenormand? I don't know, there's a rabbit with a pot of something sat on the moon. This is coming out with the unconditional love card. 32. I'm not very familiar with Lenormand. Some of them I am, but some of them no. Many myths and legends around the world interpret the shapes on the moon as depicting a rabbit with his mortar and pestle. Oh, it's a mortar and pestle. On this luminous moon card, we clearly see a tiny rabbit conjuring up his celestial magic. The moon is associated with myth, dreams, reverie, mystical matters, enchantment, and inspiration. When we gaze at the moon in the sky, we see not only a reflection of the sun's light, but also a mirror to our imagination and our subconscious. The moon illuminates intuition, instinct, perception, creativity, fantasy, and passion. The crescent moon reminds us that things happen in cycles. So if negative experiences are suggested by nearby cards, not really. The nearby card is the dog card, and that is the unconditional love, friendship, loyalty. And we're being asked to find that in ourselves first, be that for ourselves. So it may be necessary to wait for the conclusion of events before expecting improvements. All of these cards today are saying, like, it's still time to focus on ourselves, especially emotionally. Okay, but we do have this love offer. The bouquet is a love offer. It's an offering, it's a pleasant offering from somebody. Communication, there we go. And this is like written communication. So this could be a small offer as well. I'm getting like Page of Pentacles vibes from it. nothing major, no like grand gesture or anything like that, but the man's looking away from it at the moment, which isn't a good sign. What's the man doing then? Oh, heart. Loving. Let's read the heart out. I mean, it's obvious, isn't it? Oh, it's 24, my favourite number, because it was the day that I was born, 24th of April. So the man is feeling love. The heart card is just what it seems, all about love, affection, tender emotions. The heart can refer to the romantic love between partners or the love shared among friends and family. The card refers to the affinity and harmony felt in any relationship. The heart can also designate passion, not only for people, but also for beliefs, artistic endeavours, creative projects, or social causes. The card relates to compassion and caritas. Caritas? Caritas, the love of mankind that leads to altruism and charity. This card designates someone who not only feels deeply, but who acts with generosity. This card encourages you to put your heart into whatever you do. So masculine is focused on the heart at the moment, romantic feelings, love, and all of that kind of thing, but they're looking away from the offer. So what's the man looking toward then? So toward the happiness, toward the sun. An offer is on the mind of the man, getting in touch in the written form. So we're talking about, the man is thinking about sending, or has been thinking about sending a message to the feminine. But not right now, focused on, it feels like making himself feel worthy. Focusing on his heart, being generous, perhaps focusing on community, giving to community, family, making himself feel more worthy, like he's got more to offer, like he's a good person. It could be about that. And he's focused on the sun. It's in the back of his mind, right? It's got this love offer. But that's not what his direct focus is about at the moment. His direct focus is about sun, hope. The big bright sun radiates warmth, clarity, energy, and vitality. The sun is a card of affirmation that offers positive answers where outcomes are in doubt. If the sun is near birds, rider, or letter, kind of near the latter card, there will be good news. If it's near threatening cards, no, it's not. The sun mitigates their negative effect. Okay. When there was sickness, yes. The sun card brings recovery, hope, and optimism. Near the fish, it brings abundance. Near the heart, the sun brings promise of love. Ooh. In business or personal endeavors, the sun means enthusiasm and confidence. It's confidence leading to success. The man's working on himself at the moment, cleaning up his life, not from bad stuff, but like, maybe I should be a better person and be doing more for my family and my friends, and being more of an impressive person before I'm giving this offer. So I feel more confident in myself, that I'm worthy of this divine feminine who I'm thinking of giving this offer to. Meanwhile, this is the feminine being loyal to themselves, especially emotionally at the moment. Okay, that's what we've got. That's why it's even more internal work, the never-ending process of internal work. That's what I've got for you all. I am going to do a pick a card read today and put that out later. I don't think I'll do any day on the energy updates. I haven't got many left now. I usually do them 2 weeks in advance, but because I've had a week off. Oh my God, I've only got 3. Well, in the next 2 days I'm going to have to make a lot of them. But not today, I'm just not feeling it today. I'm a little bit still recovering from being sick. But I am going to do a pick a card read. So that is going to be the Love Tarot, full Celtic Cross Tarot Love Spread coming your way on my YouTube channel. So don't forget to click like on this video and leave a comment, of course. Because I've got those 2 prize draws for a free private reading with me worth 160 Australian dollars every month. And the first way to enter is by clicking like on a video, leaving a comment, not in the live chat, but in the comment, like the usual video comments, and being a subscriber to my channel. And here, in here, on the first live show after the end of the month, which will be in 2 weeks' time, on the 1st of November, Wednesday morning, in here I'll do the live drawing for that, the winning comment. The other way is by checking out my pick a card reads and purchasing those deeper dives, extended readings that go with it. So good luck with winning those. You know, last month, or the month before, one of the winners redeemed the winning reading. The other one didn't. This last month, one of them redeemed their winning reading and the other one hasn't so far. It's weird, hey? Don't you think that's weird? It's like people, it just shows, right? When we do that, we've got a block to abundance. When we win something and then we don't receive it, or we get a voucher for something and then we don't use it, or we get something good and we're just like, well, I won't receive that, you know? Even people that have entered it, not allowing themselves to actually receive it. And it's not weird, we've all been there, we've all done it. We don't think that we're doing it at the time, but it's like pushing energy away. So make sure you're actually redeeming it. What I do is I give coupon codes out, but it's only valid for the month. And so you've got to get your winning reading, you've got to book it in the first month. The ones that have redeemed it, they just redeem it straight away. That's what I'd do too, just get it straight away. Anyway, what else do I want to say? Let's do this all over again on Friday. This show. So any of those mini reads, one question readings booked in from now will be done in Friday's show. It's 15. Yeah, you ask a question. It's a one question reading. I can read what's going on right now. Like your question can be guidance for what's going on right now. It can be very specific. You can ask like guidance for your love life or guidance for your career, or you can ask just general guidance, what your guides want you to know. You can be like super, super specific about something. But my readings, you know, it's always going to be about you getting yourself there. It's mostly going to be about it's going to be whatever you need to know, whatever your higher self wants you to know about whatever you're asking. But generally, what my focus is helping people to actually get there themselves. So not so much of prediction. Yeah. Yvette. Well, do you want to book one in now? Shall I hang around? Otherwise it'll be done on Friday. So if you follow that link, you'll see you can put credit card, you can do PayPal. And yeah, 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American right now. Just pop a message if you want to book in now, and I'll stick around. Just let me know. Otherwise, I'm out of here, because I'm going to do that pick a card read and put that out later, and then take it easy for the rest of the day and probably work tomorrow because I've got videos to make. Okay, I'll stick around then, Yvette. Book yourself in now. And let's do this. Should we pick some more cards out? So it's really sad. I really miss Chicken Cat already, even though like she was so very sick. I mean, obviously dying for so long as well. Wow, she's been dying for months now. I can't believe how long she lasted. And the vet said she had like a week to live 3 months ago, or whenever it was. It was a long time ago. It was kind of sad the other day seeing she was in one of my videos, turned up at the door and I'd let her in and put her out. And I think that was the last time she'd ever come in here. She didn't have the energy to make her way from the pool over here. Oh, so sad. So very sad. Okay. Oh, let's get a cat card here. for the collective. Kitty cat for the collective. Oh, it's the alone card. Time alone, solitude. Let me read it out. Ooh, my eyes. Meet Lily. She sits contentedly in the centre of the sky. Everything is vast, still, and quietly beautiful. The wind might rustle a song out of the leaves, but she's far from human voices and other meows and hisses. Lily contains the sweet, peaceful expanse of solitude. She'll return to the world soon, but for now, let's not disturb her. Find your own space to meet yourself. Perhaps it's in the woods, or perhaps it's on a crowded dance floor with your eyes closed. No. When you're alone, it's easier to hear your own voice and discern your longings and rekindle faith in yourself. I like being alone. Do you like being alone? I not all the time. I like to be a little bit social, but not too social. Thanks for booking in. Yvette. Oh, Hugo. I've got a son called Hugo. Great name. Will Hugo move things forward with me? Okay. Let's see. Yvette. I'll get a yes or no out first. Is Hugo moving things forward? No. So keeping it as is at the moment. What's that about? Why? Success and let go of the past. Keeping things are as the keeping things as they are at the moment with you, because I'm sorry to tell you this because it's not the best news, but with this let go of the past card, it's almost like grass was greener on the other side. There's this feeling like someone in Hugo's past holding a torch for someone else is what it is, but it doesn't feel like someone that Hugo is in a relationship with, because otherwise it would realise that the grass isn't greener. It feels like Hugo thought that someone else was going to be it for him. So it's almost like holding back from progressing with you because the person that he thought was it didn't progress forward, but is still thinking that that would be better than you. So that's why you've got to know. So Hugo's still harbouring feelings for someone else. It feels like an attraction that never developed. He must have developed it in his mind now. He must have fantasized about it. Both recently got divorced. It doesn't feel like that to me. It doesn't feel like a relationship that he's been in. Nah. It feels like someone he's met that he thought it would happen with and it didn't. Anyway, as far as the outcome goes, you've got growth and weight. Well, what happens when someone's in that we've all been there, right? When we thought something was going to happen with someone, when we've had a fantasy about something happening with someone and it just doesn't. Eventually we kind of get it, don't we? Eventually we get that it's not happening and that they weren't as perfect as we thought they were, or something like that. Something will happen for this growth to happen. So yes, but wait, it's not going to be fast. This is not going to be fast. And that's probably good, because if you're both recently divorced, then you're probably both not really ready. There's probably something for you both to go through first, like more letting go. But yeah, how interesting. For Hugo, it's not about letting go of the ex. It's about letting go of someone that he thought, did he have an affair with somebody? No, because he's not been with that person. It's definitely just someone that he's had a fantasy about. No, it says weight. It says growth and weight. So Hugo is going to be growing from this, but how long will it take? That's the thing. So weight or what? Yes, wait. Wait for Hugo. Yeah, I think perhaps it could have been the one that he cheated with, thinking that, and that could be a guilt thing, right? That could be a guilt thing. So that could be a fantasy born out of guilt. Do you know what I mean? Have an affair with someone, it's like, well, I've got to make this affair. I feel bad about having an affair. I've got to make that feel better. I'm going to make up a story that this person was perfect for me, and I should have moved forward with this person, you know. So it could be something about that, but we get into fantasies about people that aren't exactly right for us for all kinds of reasons. But yeah, I mean, you've got the wait card out twice, so yeah, I'm sorry, but you're waiting on Hugo. You're not just waiting though and being stagnant, Yvette. You're waiting and sorting your own stuff out as you're waiting. So whatever Hugo is triggering in you, take a look at those places. Yeah, this there will be stuff for you to let go of first, to be ready. So you get yourself ready, and at some point Hugo will be realizing to let go of that person, the idea, and it's not going to be someone that he'll be talking to you about. Yes, I mean, you got the joy and wait card, and you got the wait card with growth. So yeah, you've got a positive outcome here. You're just both on the path to being ready for something new and being ready for this. But there's letting go of the past to do first, for sure, for both of you. Good outcome you've got there, worth waiting for. Which is very rare that the guides say that, so it must be good. Really, I mean, most readings are not affirmative like that for this kind of a situation. Because a lot of the time it's just like lessons, you know. So there you go. I don't think the communication will improve until he's fully let go of that person. Yeah, I don't think you're going to have things moving forward at all in communication or anything until he's let go of that person. And it's an idea about a person, it's not a person themselves. It's not like he's got something with them. It's just the idea. I would just not do anything at the moment. I would let him make the first move. I wouldn't kind of persist with it at the moment. Always invest as much as they're investing. If they're not investing, just pull back as well, you know. And if that to you feels like moving on, then do that. But, you know, it's just up to you. You could start dating other people if that's what you want to do. I mean, don't curtail your life for somebody, but this one's going to come back around for sure. A time frame. 6 months. So as I say, like, if you want to be dating, then do that. Keep it light, I would say, if you can. There you go. Enough. Thanks for booking in there. So, thank you everyone for coming along. Don't forget to click like on this video before you click off. Click that subscribe button if you're new. Any of those mini reads booked in now will be done in Friday's show. Let's do this all over again in 2 days' time. And check out my pick a card read later on. That's going to be put out in about 10 hours' time. You're welcome. See you all. Bye.